Hey everybody, welcome back to Trial and Error. I want to start this one off with a bit of an apology and an explanation. I've been doing a lot of product reviews lately, and I don't necessarily love doing that. The reason I've been doing them lately is I've been getting offers from companies with just the coolest stuff, like the stuff that I really am interested in, which generally speaking is the stuff that you guys are usually very interested in as well. But I don't want to turn into a freaking review channel. So I've got like 2 more after this that I need to do, and then I'm going to give that a rest for a bit. But it's just so hard when companies are offering up stuff that you're very interested in to say, yeah, no, I'm all set. I also want to change the way I do these reviews and start them off with the stuff I don't like about the product. That doesn't mean I don't like the product. It's just I know when I'm looking at reviews, just guy on the screen, tell me what sucks about it and then tell me what's good about it, because if there's something that really sucks about it that is going to keep me from buying it, I don't want to waste my time watching the rest of the video. I get that, we're cool with that. Let me tell you what I don't like. First one is going to be the plastic choice. Not PA6, it's not reinforced in any way, there's no fiber in it. It's just like a notch above toy grade plastic, which is kind of a shame because this is a really nice tool. It works extremely well, but it doesn't have that tool quality feel to it. It has kitchen. It gives me that kitchen vibe, like of a spatula or something like that. And again, that's a shame. Second thing I don't like about it, the screen, the TFT screen that is in this is not the best. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. And the disadvantage there is the pictures, because this will store write them right to a memory card. When you put them on a computer, they're beautiful. But on this, it's a cheap TFT screen. Would have been nice to see a little bit higher resolution, better contrast, just an overall a nicer panel for this. And then the last thing, it might be a benefit to some of you, but to me it's just a pain. The benefit of this is it's a 2-piece design, so you can slide the screen off and it makes it easier to pack into its case. What I don't like about that is there's no freaking reason for that. Like, this isn't that much bigger when you put the top on it, but it's just big enough to stick out by like 2 inches. Make the case 2 inches longer and save us the time of having to assemble this thing and disassemble it every time we want to put it back in the case. Are those big problems? All of that stuff? No, none of it is, really. It's just little things. I've had a Borescope for probably 12 years. I haven't had a new one in like 5 years. The great news with this review is I've had this thing in my paws for probably 5 weeks or so. So I've had the chance to use it in all kinds of different scenarios, including stuff that I didn't necessarily expect. I had it in the house, so I was running some wires through an area. There were 2 2x4s basically in a wall, really, really tight, and I couldn't see, so I needed to get a wire through it. That allowed me to wiggle it right through that little gap that I couldn't even get a finger in to see my wire, and then I could hook it and pull it through the other side. So yes, they're great for automotive. And actually, you know what? The other thing I've used it to check out a tooth. It's really good. It gets right in there if you got a sore throat. Now, I guarantee you they don't recommend it for that. And bottom line, they're fun to have for a variety of reasons. So like any other tool, you're going to find all kinds of uses for this thing beyond what, you know, may have spurred you to click the buy now button. I'm actually going to dim down the LED a little bit here, which is really nice. You've got 3 levels of dimming on the LED, and then it will adjust exposure for you automatically, which is great. But sometimes, you know, if it's a real tight area, having the LEDs on full, the exposure just can't quite compensate quickly enough for that. I want to get into my intake manifold, and I want to ideally get into one of the intake runners to get to the port. This is a 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost in my F-150, but for whether it's an F-150 or anything else that is a boosted vehicle, which is much more common today than it was, say, even 10 years ago, they build up a lot of carbon in the intake system, from the intake itself, the runners, right down to the intake valves. So I'm curious as to how bad these are, really. I did put a catch can system on this truck when I bought it, but I bought it with 50,000 miles on it. So it's got 50,000 miles of not having a catch can, and I'm curious to see what we can see. I don't think I'm going to be able to get down into the intake runner. Although it's not this thing's fault. This is about as tiny as it gets. This is maybe 1/8 of an inch. I don't even know if it's that. It's very, very slim, so it gives us a great chance, but it's gonna be really tight and busy inside of these intake manifolds. In fact, I was gonna snake it right up the intake, but it may be easier if we can get lucky, just pull a sensor out of the intake manifold, kind of right in the middle. Beautiful. Yeah, we got a little pressure sensor right there. So I'm gonna pull that out and then we'll go fishing. You know what, one of the greatest skills you'll ever pick up as a mechanic? The ability to look at a fastener and know the size. It's like a magic power. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's a thermostatic sensor. Just a intake air temp sensor. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So I'm really just looking for carbon. Holy cow, this is so nice. All right, so we're gonna go right down. We're in the center of the manifold. Holy crap, we are at the valves. And this is where that ability to rotate the head is so important. Look at this. Without moving my hands, I can literally move it right around the valve. Look at that. Right around the valves. That's insane. Buy one of these things. Everybody, right now. That is so cool. Yep, just like that. So you got a picture button right here on the handle. You've got your zoom, which is a digital zoom, but I mean, as you can see, it's doing a nice job. Look at how friggin' clean those intake runners are. That's insane. This is only a direct injection engine. Look at that. I am in the friggin' engine. Oh, let's turn it the other way. That's the cable. The cable is so easy to rotate around. Look at that. I am looking at the intake valve. We are currently looking at cylinder number 5 of a fully assembled engine. Having only removed one sensor, one screw, I can now look at the intake valves of my truck, which, I mean, there's nothing else in the world that gives you that access that easy. And I cannot believe how clean this is. And then if you look, I can take my thumb. So without touching anything, this is just using the controller on the handheld portion. I can very precisely make little adjustments to see whatever it is that I want to see. Looking at the intake runner now. Look how clean the walls are in there. Anybody who says catch cans don't make a difference, and I'll link in the description a link to my video on how I install these catch cans. Anybody who says they don't make a difference, go ahead. How do you argue with this? That's crazy. Look at this. I can keep going. Unbelievable. The clarity is just crazy. Look at that. You can actually see that it's a partially open valve. We've got just a tiny, tiny bit of carbon buildup. Man, those catch cans are doing a good job. Valves look great. Valve seats look good. Look at that, a valve seat inspection. Actually planned on showing you a whole bunch of different things that this could do, but I don't know of anything that's better than what we just watched. The fact that we could get that deep into an engine and see everything so clearly is just crazy. So I don't know if you're interested. You know, this is not going to break the bank, and it can open up a world of problem solving that you currently don't have available to you. So I'll link everything in the description. As always, everyone, I really appreciate you watching. It means a whole lot to me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, and or criticisms, throw them down in the comment section below me. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching as always, and have a great day.